And we welcome you to another edition of the Manja Cast. Papa Chris Bisignano, Giants Insider. So glad you could join us. Now, we're doing something a little different tonight, Biz. We are live from Vincenzo's in Ponte Vedra, Florida. Like killer Italian. This is right up your alley. Got to get you down here, and we got to get you eating.
I'm looking forward to it, my man. I know you got a little shrimp on the menu tonight. One of my favorites.
Yeah, we're gonna make a spicy Calabrian chili shrimp, and Vincenzo, who you're gonna meet, is gonna let us use his kitchen now. Chin chin,
my friend.
What are you drinking tonight?
I'm back to my Bonanza.
Back to your Bonanza. How about this one? Austin Hope.
All right,
Austin Hope.
Is that a cabinet? Yes, it is. I'm gonna have to try that.
Let me tell you something. Biz, the Austin Hope is lit. So you're a shrimp guy. I thought you were going to give me one of these. I've got a shellfish allergy. I can't eat it. Not that you're going to be able to eat it tonight anyway.
Guy, look, okay? Well, slow down, guy. You do realize I'm Sicilian, right?
I do realize. 100% Sicilian?
Yeah, I'm 100% Sicilian. I mean, how do you not realize that?
I'm only a quarter.
You're a quarter? Okay. Which mom or dad?
My mother's family is from Sicily.
Okay. So, there's no such thing as shrimp, shell, whatever the hell. Well, fish. Big fish guy, as you know. So, tell us a little bit quickly before we get you in that kitchen. What kind of shrimp are you doing tonight? How are you making it, brother?
I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that when we get in the kitchen. That's the cooking part of the show.
Can you give a little tease to everybody? Or no?
Yeah, it's going to be spicy, and you can regulate the heat however you want. No pasta with it. I made some homemade crostini today that we're going to use with that to eat and soak up the sauce a little bit, which you could also break them up, and now you got croutons instead of out of the bag. Or you can make a nice ricotta whip. Get the fresh ricotta, put a little milk in it, a drizzle of olive oil, and then season it with any herb you want. And then with a fork, just whip it into almost like a whipped cream.
Okay.
And then you spread that right on there. It's beautiful. I didn't make that tonight. Now, listen, we're going to cover a couple things because we're going to talk football this evening. But we're also going to talk a little golf with a guy who won 11 times on the PGA Tour, 10 times on the PGA Tour Champions. He's going to join us from Newport Beach, California. John Cook, my broadcast partner at Golf Channel, PGA Tour Champions, is going to join us a little later on in the show. And we get a chance to talk a little players, a little Rory, a little Champions Tour. So we got a lot going on.
A lot going on. I'm looking forward to talking to John. I'm looking forward to talking to him.
So now, listen, if you're watching this thing, tell your friends, subscribe on YouTube, and like us, and make sure if you have comments, pop them in because we will answer your questions during the course of the show. But this is our first ever live one from a restaurant here in Ponte Vedra, Vincenzo's. So Aaron Rodgers, it's like the gift that it's unbelievable, the drama. Now, it's not him per se. It was the Vikings because they were trying to decide whether they really wanted to sign him or not. Evidently, they're not going to as of this point in time. Now the question is, does Rodgers give the Giants and Steelers a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or I'm not really ready to make a decision yet, and let's see how McCarthy does in the spring.
Hey, you also forgot one other one, Bob. Maybe I'll just retire. It's Aaron Rodgers. You don't know. But if I had to guess, it'll be the latter of I'll let you guys know. All right. Look, is Minnesota in or out? Because even though not as saying they're out, I can still see them revisiting this.
What are they waiting for? What are you going to learn other than medical, unless J.J. McCarthy's rehab is not going the way you want it to be going or the way the doctors and the trainers feel it should be progressing? What are you going to learn about J.J. McCarthy in the spring that's going to make you decide, we got to get Aaron Rodgers in here, or we can hold off on it? Nothing.
Bob, what's the only you can learn? Maybe his knee's good? Okay, his knee looks like it's good.
He's studying really well in the meeting rooms.
But why? What do you think? Why do you think they're not interested in Rodgers? Don't you think this is an NFC contending roster? Why do you think they're saying, you know what? Well, we're not really interested in Aaron. We're going to go with our number one pick from 2023. 2024, I'm sorry, 2024.
I mean, I think they drafted him with the intent of having him play on a rookie contract, which is why they offered Sam Darnold just a mediocre 1-year, $25 million deal. They could have kept Sam Darnold. They could have done a 3-year deal with Sam Darnold or at least a 2-year deal with an out. And they weren't even really that interested.
Well, they seem to be beefing up on both sides of the ball, right, Bob? If they have a rookie quarterback, I mean, he is going to be not technically, but he is going to be like a rookie if he plays next year. The Vikings went out, they loaded up in that defense, got another really good running back behind Aaron. And Bob, as far as Aaron goes, the Giants are just going to be patient, man. I don't think the Giants are going to be. I don't think Joe Shane and Brian Dable in Giants land is going to say, you know what, we're going to give it maybe one more week and that's it. We're going to try. We're going to pivot. I think they're going to be very patient, as they have been with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, or they're going to just move on and go with Russell Wilson, right? I mean, at some point, you got to do something. We got a question here from Rich Savner, who wants to know about the Vikings and who do we think they'll bring in to be that guy with J.J. McCarthy. I would go with Flacco, ASAP. I think Flacco would be the perfect guy based on his experience, his understanding of defenses, where he is in his career arc, that if you got to put him in, you put him in, and you know he can play. And you got Justin Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, Jones, and you just rebuilt the interior of your offensive line. Hey, it's a perfect place for Joe Flacco to slide in, would be that backup role in Minnesota.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Bob, I got to ask you something.
You asked me. I'll tell you.
How about Kirk Cousins to the Pittsburgh Steelers on a draft night trade?
Or Kirk Cousins back to Minnesota on a draft night trade. Going in, eyes wide open. They loved him in the building. Everybody loves Kirk Cousins. There's nothing to not like about Kirk Cousins as a person. The Wilf family likes him. O'Connell, everybody likes him. He's had success there. And what better way to mentor a quarterback within that offense? Now, I don't know if they'd be scared that when J.J. McCarthy struggles, if you got Flacco, there might be less of the blowing of the skull horn to get Flacco in. But Vikings fans may start going a little crazy with Cousins. So I don't know. Maybe that's a dynamic they might be scared of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could see Pittsburgh because right now I can't see Pittsburgh. I can't see Mason Rudolph as the replacement for Russell Wilson. I don't see it. Do you?
Absolutely. Look, I know Pittsburgh came out and says they're comfortable with Mason, but Pop, there's no way they're going with Mason Rudolph. We all know that. So I tell you, what does Rodgers do? Are the Steelers interested in him? I'm sure they are. But the big question is going to be, now that the Vikings seem to be out, it's down to the Giants and Pittsburgh. My opinion, I still don't see him going to the Giants. I think if he does go to one team, it'll be Pittsburgh. And the Giants will pivot quickly to Russell Wilson. And that's the way I see it. Kirk Cousins down on draft. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him.
You got your brackets filled out?
No, not yet.
You're waiting?
I'm waiting till tomorrow. Yeah.
Be curious to see who you like. I'm all in on the St. John's thing. I'm just as a New Yorker. And of course our man Banks would be doing pretty well with starter. It stinks though not having a bracket. My interest level is not as high. I got to be honest with you. Because I can't have a bracket. because I work for an NFL team, and you have to sign the gambling non-disclosure,
Mm.
and you can't be in a bracket, a pool in which there's money paid. You can't bet on anything. So brackets are out for me, and it's amazing how I've lost interest in watching the tournament because I can't play a bracket.
Well, out in Staten Island for many, many years, they used to have a thing called.
I know all about that.
Okay, so I mean, we're talking. It used to be a
lot of money. Didn't they get busted eventually?
Yeah. But it was a Final Four. Pick the Final Four, pick the championship game, and then the points was the tiebreaker. And it was.
What was the biggest money it ever got up to?
It was over 800 large.
Yeah, 800,000. And then everybody's making deals with each other.
That's what happens.
Get down to the end. Everybody starts cutting deals and splitting it 8 ways or whatever because you're still ahead of the game.
Let's put it this way, Bob. Years and years ago, I knew a guy that was one of the winners, and it was a large amount. Oh yeah, solo win or no. He did that share thing and he wound up with like 5 of them. Let's put it this way: when he picked up his money, okay,
did he have boys with him? Armed boys with him?
3 off-duty cops with him. 3.
Was he a cop?
No, he had 3. No, that would have been a story. 3 off duties. Said, "Do me a favor." He knew these cops, whatever. And he said, "Do me a favor. I got to pick up. Could you just come with me?" So we're not talking about $10,000. You know what we're talking about there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like $500,000.
And then whatever finally whoever the authorities, IRS, whoever the hell, finally caught on to this. They put an end to it.
There was one in Jersey that was pretty big too. I don't think it ever got to the Staten Island height, but it got to like $500,000 or whatever. And
you literally Bob. Oh, Bob, it was great. I mean, I was in it many years, and you literally had the line was like around the corner on this block called Forest Avenue, called Forest Avenue on Staten Island, and it was down, and you had to wait. Forget about how long just to get your slips in. It was insane. But hey, we got some rule changes, proposals coming up. Want to get into that a little bit, or anything else you want to cover? Free agency. Look, Aaron Rodgers. It is what it is. Shane's going to be patient still. If not, I don't know if he has a deadline. If they're going to pivot to Russell Wilson, I still see Russell Wilson a Giant. Rodgers probably a Steeler. That's the way I'm seeing it, and we'll see what happens with Kirk Cousins at draft day.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing to report, right? I mean, it's slow moving. The guys that they're signing. You know who I hated to see go, and I understand why, but I hated to see Azeez Ojulari go. I really like that guy, but he's always hurt. Always hurt.
Okay, Bob, I'm with you on that, and I'm sure you read my tweets. You sensed my frustration at that money. Okay, at that money, 1 year, $4 million. You have to make that work. He's the second best pass rusher on the Giants, behind Brian Burns. I know the guy gets hurt, Bob. We know that, but at that price tag, I'm a little disappointed Joe didn't get that done.
On a snap-by-snap basis, his productivity is better.
Absolutely.
The problem is that, you go into a season, right, and you're planning. Like you're planning on, all right, here are my pieces. Here's how I'm going to use the puzzle pieces. And I know guys get hurt, and you got to make adjustments for that. But I think there might just be a little injury fatigue with him. And you see this happen with a lot of guys around the league with their original team. If they're always injured, at some point, they're just tired of that guy always being injured. And it's like, let's bring somebody else in. Maybe we can bring somebody else in that can be healthy. I don't blame them. I hated it. And Carl Banks would say it during the broadcast all the time. If he could just stay healthy. Heck, if he could have just stayed healthy his first couple of years in the league, they probably would not have had to trade for Burns.
Look, Bob, the Giants were offered 6th-round picks for Aziz at last year's trade deadline. And the Giants decided not to walk down that avenue. They felt, we're not unloading this guy for nothing. That's how much they thought of Aziz. And then the feeling from what I understand is that, hey, look, we're gonna try to get this done with him next year in the offseason. Look, from what I understand, they tried to make it work, but I am frustrated. I am a little upset, frustrated that at that price tag, they couldn't get something done because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, Papa.
It's going to have 7
He's going to
sacks.
play 16 of the 17 games for the
Stop
Eagles.
with the
please. And he's going to have 10-plus sacks for Philadelphia.
Well, maybe it means that Tennessee is taking Cam Ward. They think Cleveland's taking Shador, and the Giants are going to take Abdul Carter. We're not going to even be talking about it.
Maybe not. Hopefully it works out.
Wishful thinking.
But like you said, Aziz was a great kid. I hate to see him go, but it is what it is. It's the NFL.
All right, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform, your number one source for betting on all of the madness, like Biz, not me. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. The largest selection of odds, everything. College hoops, $200,000 bracket contest. BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, BetOnline has you covered. Odds, stats, more, every game. Play and win. BetOnline, the game starts here. What do you think about these potential rule changes? I don't think most of them have a shot.
No, look, one was
the push ain't going away.
The Philly push is not going away. No. Now I'm getting sick and I think it's ridiculous that 3 guys or 2 guys could push a quarterback forward. I also think it's getting ridiculous in the NFL where you throw a running back, hits the second level, gets stopped by 2 guys. He's standing up, going nowhere, and then all of a sudden 2 offensive line come from behind them and push him another 5 to 7 yards. I don't think that's football.
No.
Okay? I don't
That's
like it.
That's why I hate it.
I hate it because that's not football. I'm sorry. It's not going away. First off, the Eagles are very successful at it. Let's not forget Jalen Hurts also bench presses 600, leg presses 600 pounds. He's probably the strongest quarterback in the league. Okay, so that's part of his success too. But not every team has the Phillies' success. And you can't go to the injuries because the injuries, there's no injury data on that play. A lot of people like to say, oh, you know what? You could cut down on the injuries. There's no injuries. There's nothing supporting that theory at all. And the league does all these studies, as you know, about concussions, injuries on this play, special teams play, this play, and all that stuff. And so that's not there either. So that's not going anywhere. The league is not ready to do that. Bob, I just like what's annoying watching these games is, like I just said, where a guy getting stopped, it could be a receiver, it could be a tight end, anybody with the ball, and then you got 2 guys coming up and pushing him another 5 yards. That's not football, in my opinion. I don't think the Philly push isn't football, where Jalen gets a snap or a quarterback gets a snap, and then you got 2 guys behind them pushing them forward.
I know, and listen. I remember a time in the NFL where you couldn't pull or push a player.
Absolutely.
Push. Remember that in college?
Absolutely. Yep.
I mean, and then suddenly it became legal. I hate it, not necessarily because Philadelphia is good at it.
Yeah, no.
I hate it in the open field.
Oh.
And you can't legislate against it. You can't say, well, if you line up under center, you can push, but you can't push your back fighting for extra yards.
And look, Bob, the refs have enough on their plate. The rule book is insane for these refs, and they have a tough enough job. But what I would like to see the league emphasize with them a little bit more is just that. A guy getting stopped, the running back, say a running back gets the second level. He gets stopped by 2 linebackers, argument's sake. Blow the whistle. It's dead.
Yeah, blow the whistle.
You get what I'm saying, Bob? Blow the whistle, because then we eliminate that 2 guys coming and pushing them 6 more yards. I know it's tough, Bob. I know it's tough. They have a lot on their plate, but I like to see them emphasize that.
So, any of the other ones catch your eye?
Okay. I think it was the Lions who proposed let's eliminate the automatic first down on an illegal contact or a defensive hold, right? You could be 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20. Quarterback throws a little fade, whatever it might be. And on the other side of the field is a flag because a guy got hit 6 yards down the field. And, all right, legal contact defense, 5 yards, automatic first down. The proposal was that not make it automatic first down. Now, here's what I say to that. First off, you're not going to see that change. I think that has no chance of changing. Okay.
Because like what happens if you're running a wheel route? It's 3rd and 13. You're running a wheel route, and the guy gets held. The quarterback turns around and he looks. He throws it elsewhere, short of the sticks. They don't get the first down. Mm-hmm. Then everybody says, "Oh, that play." Well, you don't know if that play was designed on the backside. Here's the other thing that I don't think people understand about officiating. Each official is positioned on the field, and they have specific certain areas that they're looking at.
Right.
They're not looking at the entire game being played. If your job is to study the inside and holding, or your job is as a line judge, these are your responsibilities. You're not looking downfield on a deep post.
Right.
You're making sure that the play gets played out legally in your little quadrant. Right. So when the ball gets thrown the other way and people say, I can't believe he threw the flag on that side of the field at 5 yards down, 6 yards downfield.
Yeah.
He's not looking at where the ball's thrown. He's locked in until he sees all the bodies start moving down the field.
Right. And here's another thing, Bob. And I'm glad you broke that down because I don't think a lot of people realize that these refs have specific assignments. Right?
They're not watching the whole game.
They're not watching. No, they don't. Yeah, right. And here's another thing, Bob. These defensive backs are very crafty. They're very smart in the NFL. So if you are looking at a 3rd and 15 and a guy's doing a quick double move or a guy's doing a quick slant where you don't have any safety help behind you, and the defensive back knows he could do a quick tug, a quick grab, a quick contact, knowing it's not an automatic first down, then now it's going to be 3rd and 7, whatever it might be.
You'll see
that's going to happen. They're so smart in this league, they're going to do that more. And the league is not. Go ahead.
It'll be coached up. It'll be coached up on 3rd and 18. Well, if you get beat, commit a holding penalty, we'll get a chance to get a sack on the next play.
Right. And Bob, that's exactly why I don't think it'll ever change. Like the college has the interference, 15-yard penalty, not a spot, right? The NFL will never go to that. I know they've been trying to push that. They've been talking about that over the years, right? But that's never going to happen because these guys are too small. They'll just grab a guy down the field and say, okay, I'll take the 15-yard penalty instead of giving up the 6.
Right, because the level of the pass rushers and everything else, your probabilities of getting a sack or whatever on the next play are pretty high.
Right. And like you said, Bob, it will be coached up. Hey, it's 3rd and 13, 3rd and 11. Hey, a guy does a double move, a guy does a quick slant. Grab him. Quick. If you see you getting beat, grab him. It's not going to be first down. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now, whatever it might. So, no way that's happening, Bob, in my opinion.
All right, you ready? What did you eat tonight?
What
are you eating?
Oh, I barbecued. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't even think. I'm getting old.
Barbecued?
Steaks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Steaks. I do some steaks.
You didn't go get a buffalo pizza or anything?
Yeah, man, you really holding that over my head. That buffalo. That really irks you, doesn't it?
Vincenzo sells them here. So.
Oh, did you tell him it's not really Italian and that's bullshit?
No, we're in Florida, so it's different.
So what are you saying? Does Italians are Florida? Does Vincenzo know how you feel about that?
Hey, you're going to get a chance to talk with Vincenzo.
Am I going to talk to this guy or what?
Yes, because you know what we're going to do?
Is he like a New York guy? Is he
Jersey.
He's a Jersey guy.
Wow. Jersey through and through.
So that's like a half of Italian.
He's got questions for you. He's got football questions. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I got to shift gears here because I'm going to show you how to make this. Now, take some notes, and you feel free to ask some questions, but football questions too, because I know Vincenzo's got some. So I'm gonna make a move here.
Next football questions to who?
No, you and Vincenzo are going to talk ball like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to show you how to make this. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take you on a little tour. All right. Lindsay's got me up. All right. I'm going to take you on a tour of Vincenzo's. All right. So there's a lot of memorabilia, a lot of sports stuff. See the Rutgers? See the little Rutgers helmet there?
Yeah, I see it. I got it.
He's representing
Rutgers football. I see a Rutgers football. I see Jaguar helmet, 49er helmet. Oh, so he's got all the helmets. Okay.
And we got Jets. It's got a lot of stuff in here. There's something though I want to show you. I mean, I know you're a Red Sox guy, but
yeah,
Vincenzo's repping the Jeter right there.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
There's two things I want to show you though, because I know you'll like this. Look what he's got on the wall.
Oh, Vincenzo, good for you, buddy.
Play like a champion, and then the G-Men, and then he's got something tucked away.
Tell Vincenzo that's where I want to sit when I go down here.
Look at that jersey.
Oh, a little shocky, huh?
It's got the Shockey jersey.
Oh, I like it.
Yep. So I'm going to take you in a little Arnold Palmer tribute right here. All right, I'm going to take you into the kitchen now. This is where all the magic happens, okay?
We're getting a tour of Bob Papa's go-to Italian restaurant in Ponte Vedra down here, Vincenzo's.
Sorry, we're in Vincenzo's kitchen. His wife Elaine's taking care of business. There's Vincenzo.
Can you see me?
Elaine.
Buongiorno, Vincenzo.
Hey, I hear that I got some vino for you soon. There we go. Let's have a little chin there.
Cinzano, Vincenzo.
Welcome.
I heard so much about this place. I heard so much about your restaurant.
Forget about it. The best in North Florida. Listen, I got Bob here. He's gonna.
You gotta give your staff a shot. Look, they're making some pizza dough over there.
Look, we got the homemade dough coming. Let's go over here. I'll show you. We got my wife Elaine back there. So we're just finishing up for the night. This is how we do it.
There you go.
Everything's homemade. That's how we gotta do it over here.
Hey Bob, you look like Henry Hill going through the kitchen in Goodfellas.
Exactly, right?
Hey, there's only one way to do it. My dad's been doing it 50 years in Jersey.
Hey, listen, Biz, you know how you know this pizza's good?
How do you know?
When it comes out of the oven, it doesn't have that stupid wire rack thing on the bottom.
No.
That's when you know you're having bad Florida pizza. All right, so
I'm gonna have Elaine. Right here you go. I'm okay. All right, buddy. So, thank you guys. Welcome into Vincenzo's kitchen over here.
hey, so before I get started,
Just tell everybody background, Jersey, family of restaurateurs watch on, right? Sure, yeah. Martinsville, in Bedminster, Martinsville, we had our first restaurant. My father opened up in the 80s, called Grande Pizza, and it was off of Chimney Rock in Washington Valley Road, or there in Jersey. We come from a place called Sanguinary, Calabria.
Vincenzo, what'd you say about Chimney Rock?
he's a hard head. We got to lean in.
What did you say about
So
Chimney
we come
Rock,
from-
Vincenzo?
We come from a place called San Gregorio, Calabria, and then we moved to Jersey when I was the oldest son there, and so I didn't have a choice. I had to work, you know. My mother went into banking. My father went into the restaurant business.
Okay.
So he taught me everything I know. Gregorio, they call him Cheech. So I learned the business all my life. I went into the financial world when my mother taught me that, and went to Rutgers University, and then I ended up being with Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase. That's how I got down to Florida. Came down to Florida about 13 years ago, and we ended up in Melbourne, Florida, as I ran the financial area for them down there.
Okay.
And then about a year and a half into it, let's bring you over here where.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
I just need to know where the chicken stock is.
No problem. The chicken stock, Elaine, chicken stock. And then, so we've been down here, and then unfortunately we have twins. We have a boy and a girl, Enzo and Larissa. And Enzo get diagnosed with leukemia, ALL leukemia. So that's how we got stuck here in Florida. But we went to Arnold Palmer Hospital, when Mr. Palmer helped us out. But a great friend of ours named Dick Vitale and the V Foundation and Krzyzewski and all the Vallenos are the reason that Enzo's alive today. So they helped us, get through the trials and tribulations, and through the amazing work of Dick Vitale, ESPN, and all the great people there. Enzo Grande now is he's been one of Dick Vitale's facing his organization. They raised $100 million for childhood cancer. We'll be going to Dick's house next month. Keep coming up, and everything in that room has been donated. So to Enzo, and he gets to meet a lot of cool people, from Derek Peter a couple months ago. We'll be with Michael Strahan next month. So now I can say Bob's a great friend.
And how's your son doing, Vincenzo? Your son's doing really well?
You know what? You'll meet him next week. He's in Jersey this week. But he's
No, I mean he's doing well.
He's doing amazing.
Good.
Enzo is stronger than he ever could be.
Oh, good.
Plays
Okay.
Football for a local high school called Bartram High School here, and he's just a beast. He's stronger than I ever could be. And from that, my wife and I are very blessed. This is my wife, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine. How you doing?
She's a little shy, but she's my secret weapon. Every sauce, every meatball, handmade with love.
And
I hear Bob could cook. Let's see what we got over here. All right, let's do this.
Go
ahead.
Okay. We're gonna get a little olive oil. Get the olive oil in our pan. Okay. So I did some slight prepping at home. So now we're gonna take some shallots. Nice and with shallots, nicely thin sliced shallots. See, I got my gloves on so Vincenzo doesn't lose his deal.
Nice. He sliced them nice. Look at that pro. Look at that.
Uh-oh. Somebody in the kitchen might get nervous.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, I don't want that garlic. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter with the garlic. Here's what we're going to do with the garlic.
Never go wrong with garlic.
We're gonna just, with the garlic, you could do it two ways, right? You could smash it.
Okay.
Which is one way to do it.
Okay.
Or some people don't like all the pieces of garlic. So I'm going to infuse the olive oil with the garlic, but we're going to fish that out at some point. So I got a pound of shrimp.
You got the butter in there, right?
Not yet.
Not yet? All right.
So I got a pound of shrimp.
Look at that.
And what I did was I took the tails off and some of the shells. Pink shrimp. So now what we're going to do is we're going to infuse this olive oil with some shrimp flavor, right? I'm going to throw that in there. I'm going to just let that kind of come together. Hit it with a little more olive oil because we don't want anything to burn. You know, we want to infuse this flavor. We'll kind of just keep chugging this along. We're going to fish out the garlic, and we're going to take the shells out, guys.
Okay.
All right. So we're just trying to build a nice layer here. So I'm going to grab a little of the chicken stock.
Okay.
Just so keep everything from burning, and we want to just reduce it a little bit.
I wish you were here, bro. It smells great.
Vincenzo, how's it smell?
Yep.
There we go.
How's it smell?
Oh, nice, huh?
Whoa.
Nice. Right. So now we're going to just keep infusing the flavor here, and we're going to just build it. Just kind of keep stirring that around. So we want that shrimp flavor because the shrimp are going to go quick. All right. So we just keep that going for a couple minutes. So, all right, you want to get rid of that? We don't need any more shallots. All right. Hey,
so talk to me. I want to know. Hey, listen, why Bob's doing his thing here? You know, anybody can talk about the New York Giants, first round, second round. I want to know, what do you think in middle rounds?
a little hit of white wine.
What do you think we should do in the fourth pick? Running back? Linebacker? Offensive tackle?
They'll be addressing the offensive line again. They'll be addressing the defensive line.
Every year.
And I can see running back in the middle rounds. No question about it.
We got to look Magunja. We got to look Rutgers. We got to look RU, baby. Don't forget the Rutgers. Don't forget RU, baby.
Yeah, you know. Look. A little disappointing this year, Vince. A little disappointing this year.
Look at this.
I'm going to squeeze a little lemon in. Take half a lemon, quarter of a lemon. So we're just trying to build the flavors here. I'm going to add a little more lemon in a bit. Garbage?
Oh, here, I got.
Pop, did you throw garlic in there?
Oh yeah. So, Biz, I hear. What's your specialty? What do you like to cook, man?
Oh, I don't cook. I just eat, Vin.
You just eat. All right, Bob. Bob,
So-
I'm hiring
so,
Bob.
Vin,
You know that.
Vin.
Bob's coming on Friday nights. That's it. We're gonna have
Vin.
this on a special. Every time Bob makes something, it will be a featured dish going forward. On the special. Chef Papa.
Look.
Chef Papa special, baby.
All right, so now we want to start getting a little kick. So I use a little of this Thai roasted red chili.
Oh,
Okay?
love
So I'm
that.
going to put a little of this in there. I don't want to put too much because I'm going to go with the Calabrian chili as well.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
All right, so now we're going to just kind of get this. We're going to kind of work this in. Just get this whole thing. Just let it come together. Just keeping it come together. And then if you see your sauce reducing a little too much, just add a little bit more white wine, add a little bit more chicken stock. We're going to just kind of bring this all together and just let this keep going. Now I'm going to grab a little of my Calabrian chili. Now, how hot do you like it, Biz?
I like it hot. I like it
How
hot.
hot do you like it?
I like it. I like it hot.
Fire alarm
What
hot?
about you? What about you?
I like it hot too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a spicy guy, Pop. I like it hot. Hotter the better.
All right, so we're just going to kind of keep hitting this. Just let this come together here. All right, so let's talk a little more football. What's the recipe for the Jack? So tell us a little bit about your growing up as far as football and where your passion for football was as a kid.
I mean,
You stepped in over
no
here.
problem. I mean, I had the headphones on, just like most kids in Jersey, listening to the first, WFAN 660, listening to Bob, listening to the Giants podcast. My sports comes from my father. He didn't even know a word of English. 1986. He goes, let's get in the car. This is what Americans do. And I go, Dad, where are we going? Didn't even know how to speak English myself. And he brought me to Shea Stadium. It took us almost 24 hours to get home because no one else knew how to speak Italian. So that's how I became a Mets fan. Then he
Okay.
brought me. Then the Giants won.
By the way, Biz is a Red Sox fan.
Oh God, hey, I love everything about Boston because every time we see Boston in the Super Bowl, we win, right? So
Hey, Finn.
Yeah.
Tell Papa that John Cook is loving this.
John
It.
Cook. I can't meet. He's been talking about Cookie. I can't wait to meet him.
Cookie's coming here this weekend.
Yes.
Next weekend because he's going to be in Ponte Vedra doing the next golf tournament with
I
us.
know.
Hey, Finn. I heard Evan Ingram was a regular in your. Was Evan Ingram a regular in your place?
Hold on 1 second. Let me turn this thing off. Okay, say it again.
Was Evan Ingram? Did he used to go to your place?
Yeah. All the Jacks come from Mark.
I
From
heard
the CEO down.
He was a
Mark
great
Mark
kid, right?
Yeah.
Great
The
guy.
first president of MetLife Stadium.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, when they built the stadium, he was the first president.
Yeah.
And he is the best guy. Jaguars, we got a great president.
Let me tell you, the Jags got it right. The Jags do have it right. We're not far off, just like the Giants. You wouldn't be surprised if they're both playoff teams next year. Really not that far off at all. So I believe
you're a Mets fan. '86. You went to Shea Stadium. Go ahead.
Exactly. Then the Giants win, obviously the Super Bowl. That's how I got into American football. I played soccer all my life, just like all my family. But as you could tell, io piace the mangia poco, right? I like to eat a little bit. So I ended up becoming a good football player, a good friend of ours, Sean O'Hara. Walked on to, we came from the same high schools, same area of high school. We went to Hillsborough, went to Bridgewater Raritan.
Vin, Hillsborough was 15 minutes for me. I'm in Huntington County too.
Oh, where'd you go? Hunter Central?
My kids went to no. I'm only out in Jersey 8 years. My kids went to Huntington Central.
Okay.
And
My
we're
wife's
15
at a White House
we're,
station.
we're 15 minutes from Hillsborough.
Okay, so I'm from Bridgewater. I'm from Raritan, New Jersey.
Oh, I'm up in Flemington, Vin.
Oh, forget about it. My cousins all live there, right off of 31.
Vin, let me tell you something quick. When I told Papa I'm in Huntington County, that D-man didn't even know what the hell. He goes, "Where's Huntington County?" He didn't even know what the hell it even was.
Because he
I
knows
said,
all
"I
the
thought you were a
bougie.
Jersey guy."
He knows all the bougie areas.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
was up in Rumson. I was up in okay, whatever. Yeah.
Dumont, New
I know.
Jersey.
He knows the Hobokens, and I come from Rat Town. I come from the hard Jersey areas. But no, but I'm glad that you're in Flemington, a great area, great pizzerias, a lot of family members. go see some people in Somerville and everything like that. And
Vin, you got to tell me who to sit. You got to tell me, Vin. I'll tell him you sent me.
Oh, just say Vincenzo Grande. I might not be Bob Papa known, but I'm Vincenzo Grande known, you know? So everybody knows who I am in Florida. They all been great supporters. All my family owns Alfonso's Pizzeria, Dominic's Pizzeria in Somerville Circle. Check out Delucia's, one of
Delucia's, one of the best.
Fortnite ranked them one of the highest in the nation.
One of the highest, yes.
So, you know, one day I'm going to get Dave down here, and I just want to be the best Florida Italian food down here. So,
no, from what I understand, Vin, you are. So,
you know, I've been open a year and a month, and we just got done with the players. Packed over here. I'm right down the road from TPC. Every time someone tries me, the game is over, you know? So I hear Bob tells me that he wants to go offensive lineman in the 4th, 5th round. What about you? You want just constant offensive lineman? Didn't we just pick up a couple in free agency?
Well, we have 2 third-round picks this year, so I'm hoping to go offensive line with one of those picks. And I wouldn't mind. Listen, Vin, I wouldn't mind if it's in the 2nd round if they go an offensive line. I wouldn't mind that at all.
I mean, we have the best defense. I mean, really, right? Are you happy with the pickups for the secondary and the and
a lot of good weapons up here.
Yeah, and what do you think about running back? Do you think I think we need 2 heads running back.
No, we need look. I don't feel great about Tyrone Tracy as a running back and him in Singletary. I think they will add one in the draft. This is a very deep running back draft, and I believe the Giants will add one.
Yes. We need to go back to Thunder and Lightning, man. We need I miss Thunder and Lightning. What about you, Bob?
Ron Dane?
No, Thunder and Lightning. Well, I think it was Jacobs and Tiki, no?
All right, Biz, we're putting
all right, check this out.
We're putting the shrimp in.
It smells so good.
Yeah. Does it smell good?
Put the shrimp in.
Delicious.
We're gonna hit it with a little more lemon.
Oh my God!
All right, little lemon. Keep it on the heat.
Oh, you have a low heat there too. So you said, all right, good.
Okay.
Hey, Bob, did you throw garlic in there?
The garlic's in there. I threw 4 cloves, but whole. Ooh. Right, because I don't want to.
Oh, that looks good, Pop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that looks good.
I'm gonna turn the heat up a little. Which way am I going?
Yep, you're good.
You're good. You're going.
Okay. Gonna get it going. You know, most New York Italian people, including my family, they have a heart attack every time you mention the word butter. Because they're like, we don't use butter. We use olive oil, garlic, onions, and you'd be shocked at how many Italian chefs in Italy, everything that they feature has butter. And it smooths it out. I'm going to just reach under your plastic.
Oh, that looks good.
A couple little pieces of butter. But you want to really smooth this out.
Yeah, as long as you put it in there.
You're going to have some?
Thicken it up, right?
Are you going to have some?
Oh, yeah. Thicken it up a little, right?
Exactly.
The butter.
Yeah, I hate the sight of butter too, but I know it's mixed in everything. You have to mix it in.
It's in everything. All right, you guys keep talking. I'm going to get ready to play.
Biz, when are you coming down?
Hopefully in the near future, Vin. I'm looking forward to it, brother.
Really?
I'm looking forward to it.
So, in Flemington, you're right off the circle over there.
I'm 5 minutes past the circle, Vin. Vin, you know what? You remember the Ford dealership that Califa owned?
My dad bought a car from there.
Yeah, we bought a car.
Oh, you did? Who's that? Lindsay, you did?
Oh, I grew up in White House Station. Yeah, so we bought.
Okay.
My parents bought a lot of cars from him. Yeah.
Oh, so I knew Califa well. That's how I knew the area. I knew Steve well.
Yeah. Steve.
My father and Steve went back many years. So I live a mile behind that dealership.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great.
I lived off of Pulaski, like
White House Station.
Near
White
Polo
House
Club.
is. I go to some places in White House. I like White House.
Yeah, you got hit up that Polar Club. Did you? She went to a
the Polar Cup, best ice cream there is, Vin.
Forget about it. That's one thing. You know, that's what I think. That's the only thing you miss about Jersey is those iconic places, and that's what we're trying to do. Build it down here, an iconic place that, you know, that taste, that that feeling when you got out of school and you're like, I gotta go hit up a slice from Dominic's, or I gotta go get me a Slurpee or a nice ice cream from the Polar Club. Remember Lenko, all those places. But Jersey's changing, man. So, but everything, Ponte Vedra Beach. Can we find more of a gem down here? There's nothing better. There's nothing better.
Now, Vin, how far are you guys from the beach?
Oh, we're about what, a quarter of a mile?
From here, about
Yeah,
half a
yeah, a
mile.
quarter, like to the water, a half a mile.
Oh, so you're close. Okay.
Yeah, there's a place called Michler Beach right down the road.
Wow.
Shark Cube capital of the world. It's so beautiful, man. All $1 million houses up and down that. It's one of the most beautiful, secluded little beaches.
All right, you guys ready?
All right, let's go. All right, I'm gonna get this
parsley on the top.
Why don't you eat, Hans?
No.
Look at this. He even got the crostinis. He hit the crostinis up. I asked, tell him how you make those crostinis. Salt. Yeah.
Olive oil, salt, pepper. You roast. You cook them for like $3.90 on a sheet pan, and you can rub some garlic on it when it comes out of the oven, and a little tomato if you want that flavor. You can use it for bruschetta. You can do it. They're versatile. And Biz, instead of eating those goddamn croutons out of a bag, you make these and then you crumble them up and you got croutons whenever you want. And they last for like over a week.
Wow.
I gotta get some forks.
So, Biz, who's your favorite Giant of all time? I know
Of all time?
Of all time.
Lawrence
Or what
Taylor.
about favorite wide receiver? Let's go wide receiver. Because it's
My
hard. to pick
favorite
one.
wide receiver of all time? Ooh. Man.
Come on. We had Ike Hilliard. We had Amani Toomer. We had everybody.
Yeah, probably. I would have to say probably Amani.
Amani is just.
And you know what? I hate to say it, Vin, but I mean Odell too was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I know it didn't. After 4 or 5 years with Odell was enough, but Odell was one of my favorites too, man.
Odell should have. I think he's not done. I could see him ending his career. I mean, I don't think he's done. What do you think?
Nah, he's
We'll get one more shot with Odell. He wants to be a Giant.
He's done. He's done, Vin. He's done.
He's done. Okay. How about you? What's your favorite wide receiver?
Anyone that Amani Toomer was a hell of a player.
He was.
Favorite tight end was Bavaro.
Bavaro, I guess, has to go one. Shockey's my favorite player.
Shockey number 2. Yeah.
I never met. I would be honored just to talk to Shockey. I think he was. I got his jersey up there, and he was my everything, man. I thought
we had Bavaro on the podcast, and he's just a great dude too. When Mark likes you, Vin, and Bob will tell you this. Bob knows when Mark likes you, he's the best. He's just the problem is that Mark doesn't really like many people. he doesn't really open up to many people, Mark. But when he was on our podcast, he was great.
Okay. All right. We gotta try this out. We got the vino going. Okay.
Go ahead, Lane.
We gotta try this out.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Give me the phone.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh my God.
This is for the staff too. Take some.
Yeah. Come on.
Everybody on the staff, take a little taste.
No, you gotta eat it with the crostini. Why do you eat it on a fork?
I'll just use it a little bit before. I mean,
Bob, put the phone closer. I want to see the shrimp.
Delicious.
And then you got the crostini to dip. Yeah, everybody, come on. We got
Mike Knight. He was a chef for the Army. Traveled around the world with missile forces, bro.
nice.
One of our best out there.
You like it?
Okay.
Come on, take some. I made a plate for you guys.
Come on, Mackenzie. Come eat.
Take a record.
Vin, how was it, Vin?
All right, Vincenzo, he wants to know, what do you think?
I think that it's perfectly cooked. The shrimp are not overcooked. It's actually the garlic. What do you think? This is the.
Is it spicy, Bob? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't make it too spicy.
It's medium. I'd say
I would say like a 5. And it's perfect because that's exactly what
I don't like too spicy.
you want when you're drinking wine. You don't want it to be overpowering with the hot.
Yeah. You don't want it that. Yeah.
I would say the garlic is perfect. I taste it. I taste the wines. The salt, you peppered it perfectly. I think sign them up, man. This is going right on the menu.
Is it got a good zing in it, Vin?
Yeah. I didn't want to go too super
You don't want to
hot.
blow your nostrils out.
I don't want to knock them over.
Yeah, you don't want to blow nostrils out. I mean,
The heat, what do we got? Good heat?
Yeah, perfect. I think you can go, and you always can go higher, right?
Right.
You always can go heat higher, right? You can't reduce heat. So perfect. I think this is a great starter. You're gonna definitely see it on our menu starting tomorrow. And you know, when you have a passion for cooking, anybody could cook, right? Anybody could cook. It's the love, you know, and that's what it's all about. It's love, it's passion, and Bob brought it tonight.
There you go.
So excited.
Manja.
Mom.
All right, I'm going to go finish the show.
All right, go finish your show.
I'm going to go
Thanks,
finish
Bob.
the show.
I'll finish this up. I'll bring you some.
I'm going to take a shrimp to go.
All right, see you soon.
No one touched it. You-
Really?
I'll bring you
No
I'm
one
freaking salivating here.
You eat that.
All right. I just need a fork.
I'm freaking salivating over here.
Thank you. There you go. Look at that dough. Oh, my God.
Oh, my
Rice
gosh.
balls. The whole deal.
And then he kissed
There we go.
me. It's like Goodfellas here.
There you go. Oh, did you see the OC picture?
No, I didn't see the Ozzy picture. Get me back to the Ozzy, my man.
How's that?
There you go. Oh, nice cowboy on the ground too, huh?
Yeah, that looks like Romo. No, it's a double digit on the quarterback, not Romo.
Mm.
All right, so I'm going to go back to my spot, and then I got to take this off, play like a champion.
Boom.
All right.
Let me hit it. Boom. Hey, Lindsay, that looked good. Bob, can you hear me, Bob? Are you on?
You got me?
I got you now.
Yeah, I probably should take the gloves.
You look like you're performing surgery now. Let me tell you something, brother. That looked friggin' good. Real friggin'
It's really easy to make.
Wow.
I mean,
about 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, just think about like if you're not hosting a show and doing an interview, like if you're in your house, you can make that bing bang boom.
They seem to be sucking it up back there, brother. He's gonna put it on the menu for you, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that looked
Manja
freaking
Cash
good,
shrimp.
Bob. That looked good, man.
All right, we got we're going to talk a little golf because one of our listen again. Please keep the comments coming.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to call it the Manjacast, the Papa Manjacast special.
Okay.
But I got a fork, a knife, a napkin. Vincenzo, you met Elaine. She's the muscle behind the whole operation.
Yeah.
Here we go. So listen, if anybody's
She's
in
also
Ponte
from
Vedra,
Huntington County, something you never heard of, according to you.
correct. But anybody in the Ponte Vedra area and the tour headquarters are right down there. The Players is literally, it's like a mile and a half up the entrance to the Players. Sawgrass is right there.
All right.
So anybody that's in this area that's watching, give Vincenzo's a shout out. Come on in because the food is, I mean, when you're transplanted like all of us are, this is the place to be. All right, we're going to talk a little golf. Speaking of that,
I'm just watching the size of that shrimp go in your mouth. That damn thing looked delicious, brother. Yeah, let's talk a little golf.
If you ever see in your grocery store, supermarket, the pink shrimp they're really good with this dish. I don't know why. I don't know what the deal is with the pink shrimp, but the lady gave me a pound today, and it's phenomenal. All right, we got cookie.
Does he have? It's like
Lindsay's
nice
going to give us a cue. White
nice
House
little zing.
Station. White House Station, home of the Quick Check on Darling Farms. Dude, it's got a zing. It's nice.
So, speaking of golf, what did you think of the players?
It was a disappointing end to the Players, the playoff. JJ Spawn just didn't look like he was up for the task, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got downwind 16th hole. You got to hit a good tee shot there.
Yeah.
And he didn't. Rory did. Rory kind of he struggled to get up and down. He really didn't give himself a look at birdie. And then obviously the weather. I mean, that's the thing about Sawgrass is it's a really good track. It's a lot less daunting if you play it in July when there's no wind and no elements, when it's still and just warm. But obviously the wind played a big factor at 17. And, that was a big problem for Spawn as he airmailed a green. And, that was it. But
Bob, I didn't see the playoff. Was the wind kicking up Monday morning? Was it kicking up at 16,
yeah, it was
17?
blowing.
It was blowing pretty good still? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he flushed a 9-iron that he knocked it. It didn't even touch land. He flew the green.
He went strong?
Spawn, yeah, because he watched what Rory hit, but Rory played a shot, and Spawn hit his full, and bye-bye, so long, farewell, and then it was over.
And then what happened, Bob? On a drop, he was way off the pin, not even close?
Yeah, he didn't. From the drop area, he left himself like a 40-footer. So then he winds up 3-jacking, and
that's the end
it wasn't great. We got a comment here from Sal. Sal says he played Sawgrass last April.
And my man Don
Sperling just joined us. Problem with Sperling is he missed the entire cooking segment. We'll have to send him the clip.
He's gonna
All
have
right,
to look at
without
it.
much further ado, he won 11 times on the PGA Tour, 10 times on the PGA Tour Champions. That's 21 wins on tour. Won a Ryder Cup. In fact, he was on the last Ryder Cup team to win on foreign soil. Won an NCAA team championship, as well as the U.S. Amateur at Plainfield, back when he had long hair and he wore puka shells. My broadcast partner from Newport Beach, California, John Cook. Cookie, how are you this evening?
John, welcome aboard.
Hungry now.
Did you like that segment?
I did like that segment. Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to get you in here. All right. Wow. Hey, this is like working our telecast. You're on a delay. Lindsay, is there a way that we could fit? Yeah, Lindsay's going to try to figure out that delay. He's on like a 3
We'll have to
second.
straighten that audio out.
So we'll
Don
get Cookie up in a
Sperling,
second.
unfortunately, it seems like Don missed your cooking there, Pop, and he's going to have to watch it on rewind.
Yeah, Don, you missed the spicy shrimp from Vincenzo's kitchen. Well, when you come down to visit, we'll hook you up and we'll bring you here to Vincenzo's.
So, Bob,
yeah, go ahead.
back to the golf. Rory playing some pretty good golf, bud. Heading into Augusta next month.
Yeah,
I would imagine he'll be
missing
one of the
piece.
favorites.
Yeah, he will be, but it's he's going to be bucking some odds because of all the people that have won a Grand Slam. I think Rory would, if he was to win the Masters, he would be the oldest person to accomplish the Grand Slam. Meaning, all the guys that have won the Grand Slam did it at a younger age.
Right.
By the way, did you see Sperling wants to know about Scheffler? How about, did you see Scotty's menu?
I saw it because I put my menu above his menu today on X. I
That's
said,
awesome.
when I win the Masters, which is coming real soon, it's just a matter of time, I put my menu out there. And
It's a nice
people
menu.
seem to like my menu.
I want to know what Papa Chef's raviolis are. Is that like it's got to be some family recipe, right?
I would imagine. I didn't quite, is that some Texas type thing or something? I mean, I don't know.
No, it's Papa Chef, not
Yeah,
chef.
but what is that?
I don't know. Must
Is
be
that
some
like
family.
is that like his family type ravioli?
Yes, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would imagine.
That's how, he was born in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Yeah, but he was gone very early.
I know he was gone at a young age.
He was
moving
gone at
to
a very
Texas.
young age. Yeah, he went to Texas very young.
So Lindsay's trying. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, Lindsay's trying to get Cookie reconnected because we can't have that delay. That would
But I
not.
did see Scotty's menu. I did read it today. He has some Texas flavor in it, as you expected. And hey, look, it looks good to me, man. He's the Masters winner. And he could put whatever the hell he wants on the menu.
Trevor Immelman told me a great story. They kind of, obviously as Masters champions, they all know each other. And they tend to sit in the same spots every year at the Champions Dinner. So I guess where Trevor sits, they like their red, and they know their ways around expensive reds. And every year they like to run the bill up on the Masters champion, put it that way, because the Masters champion foots the bill. All right, so they go deep in, and let's face it, Augusta's wine cellar might be a couple steps above Total Wine, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
So the price tag on those bad boys is pretty intense. They'll try to run the bill up.
Hey, Pop, I see, Scotty's got some firecracker shrimp. Sweet Thai chili. Something you put a little something like that in there, not just now.
I did.
So his Papa Chef's meatball and ravioli bites, pecorino, cheese, tomato, basil. So I would imagine it's something to do with his mom or dad. So
yeah, I mean or some family recipe or whatever.
Yeah, I would imagine. Where Scotty's catching some heat is his dessert, the warm chocolate chip cookie.
It's very Texas.
I see on X he's catching some heat for that.
Why?
I don't know.
You know what? That's the problem. That's the problem with X. Like, people are giving Scotty Scheffler shit because he's got a warm chocolate cookie with vanilla bean ice cream on it as his dessert for his Masters menu.
It's X,
buddy. Go win a green jacket, and then you could tell Scheffler what to do.
Exactly right.
Hey, how about Vincenzo and his wife? Could they not have been more accommodating?
Absolutely. Seem like great people, man. I'm very happy about his son's doing better. That was,
I
don't like to hear that, obviously, but I'm glad he's doing better. He seems like very nice people, very nice couple, man.
Yeah, and he's got a hard-working staff. I mean, just think about, churning out all that food that they do here on a daily basis and keeping the quality up. That's the key. You can make a nice dish. I could make one of those. Can I mass produce that? That's the trick.
That's the key right there.
We're waiting on Lindsay here to find out what's happening with Cookie.
By the way, did you tell him how you feel about buffalo chicken or no?
He knows. He's got a great margarita pie.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. When you come down, I'll make sure he makes you a special buffalo chicken.
I don't want freaking buffalo chicken. If I'm going down to an Italian restaurant, Strunard, what's wrong with you?
I know. He just said ranch, buffalo chicken with ranch.
How's this chicken parm? That's always one of my go-to.
Chicken parm. His wife, her job is the breaded chicken cutlet. Before the show started, I was in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen the amount of chicken cutlets she had breaded for tomorrow. They got it working here. So we got to figure out what's happening with Cookie. Let's touch upon these rules. Hey, I don't think the NFL is going to change the rule as far as the division winners and reseeding. I don't see that happening.
Not yet, no. You know what? Your guy, Todd Haley today, who was dead set against that, even he admitted today, he's I'm starting to warm up to it now a little bit. But Bob, here's the bottom line. There's not many years where you see what happened last year with Minnesota going 14-3 and it's not like that's a yearly thing. If it was a yearly thing, I think it would catch some steam. It's not. So I don't think that. Look, you have to give the division team, the team that wins the division, it has to be an incentive. I'm sorry. You can't just have a team win a division and go on the road the next week. I'm sorry. There has to be something to win the division. I don't think that'll ever change.
Yeah, I mean, and then what do you do? So let's say you have a wild card that's 11 wins and a division winner that's 11 wins. Now, are we going to go through the silly tiebreaker process, especially if they haven't played each other during the course of the year? And we're going to go down to the 8th tiebreaker and say, the wild card is going to be the higher seed because they won on some silly tiebreaker down the line. Hey, it's one thing if you want to say head-to-head, but there's not going to always be a head-to-head. So I'm a firm believer in let's just keep it the way it is. There are outliers. Just like everybody said, they're at the 17th game. We're going to start having a lot of sub 500 teams in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have sub 500 teams in the
No.
playoffs? No.
No,
You get the rare exception, the Rams that one year. What was it? Washington the year that
yeah, look, even Tampa Bay a couple years ago, they won a
2020.
division at 8 and 9. It's a rarity. Yeah. It's a rarity. But no, I don't see that gaining. Look, Bob, if we have like 3 the next 4 years where you have a 12-win team as a wild card while a 10-win team wins the division, you have a couple of those, then maybe it'll pick up some steam, but I don't see that going anywhere yet.
Yeah, I know. Rich is saying the Giants almost made it at 6-10 with Joe Judge. Yeah, that was that's when Hurts got benched.
Yeah,
and the Nate Sudfeld game or whatever, and they threw the game, and then Doug Peterson got fired anyway. And
Jason Kelsey went nuts.
And Schwartz resigned as DC because he went into the game playing to win, and the coach decided to not play to win.
Yeah.
And all hell broke loose. So, you got to be careful with that stuff.
Yeah, I don't, like you said, Bob, I don't see that gaining much steam as far as the division. You have to make the division, winning the division, something. I think that's not going anywhere. So, hey, the bottom line is you can look at it both ways. Oh, it's not right to Minnesota. You know what? Then you should have won the last game. I look at it old school way. Okay, you should have won the last game. You should have beat Detroit. You would have been a home team. You would have had the number 1 seed. Right?
Absolutely.
Or better yet, go on the road and win a game on the road. If you're that good, win a game on the road. So,
right, and that's what got Sam Darnold fired.
Yeah, I mean,
basically.
Look, they lost that last game, and then they went to L.A., and it wasn't like they lost a tough one. They got whipped. They gave up 9 sacks. They got whipped by the L.A. Rams. So I look at the old school way. Bob's like, you know what? You should have won a division then. Or better yet, you went on the road. Okay, win on the road then. You want to be a Super Bowl team. You consider yourself a Super Bowl. Win on the road. They didn't. So.
Boy, Lindsay is working overtime trying to get Cookie up here. Because I definitely want to hear what John has to say about the players. And, one of the guys that disappointed me a little bit was Patrick Cantlay. Now, I'm good friends with his coach and obviously his caddy, Joe LaCava, who was with Fred Couples forever and Tiger Woods. And, man, he was right in the mix. I want to get John's thoughts on what it's going to take Patrick to get over the hump.
Yeah, I was watching him Saturday. He was struggling. He was up and down. Do you have a favorite player?
Come on, everybody, weigh in. Who's your favorite golfer? Who's your favorite guy to watch that you're gonna watch regardless?
I'm a Scotty guy. As far as pure, beautiful swing, mechanic wise, I mean, Rory, man, it's tough to beat. I just love watching Rory on the tee box, Pop. I got to be honest with you. I just love watching his swing. It's just so beautiful, man, the way he just approaches in. So I'll probably go with Scotty. He's probably my favorite right now. You know what? There's a lot of guys I like doing that, but Scotty's my guy. One guy I have to admit, could I say who I do not like at all?
Who?
I know he's not on the tour anymore. He's over there with the other guys. Is Mr. Koepka. I have to admit.
Oh my God!
I was
if you ever met him, you do a 180.
He's that good of a guy?
Oh yeah. He told me a story on the sideline before a Giant game like 2 or 3 years ago. There was a bunch of us. I introduced him to Tuck and Banks, and there was a couple former Giants there, and we were talking, and he's like, look, because he had just finished having like a whole bunch of surgeries. His body was beaten up.
Yeah, it was broke down.
And he goes, if I knew I was going to be playing competitive golf until my mid-40s or whatever, he said, I might not have taken it. He goes, but I don't think I'm going to be able to swing a club by the time I'm 40 or 42 because my body is completely breaking down. He goes, my brother and I grew up in a house where the roof leaked. We grew up dirt poor. He goes, why am I going to turn down this money when I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to play at a high level again?
Oh, look, I don't begrudge him for taking that money. I mean, are you crazy?
Yeah. We're having issues. We're having issues with the Cook connection. There's a connectivity issue.
Who's some of your favorites, Bob? Who do you like? Oh, just who do you just like watching, man? You look at him and say, man, I love watching this guy play.
Well, obviously Scotty Scheffler. I like watching Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm really into like Michael Kim, who's not a big name guy, but he's kind of resurrected his career, and he's an unbelievable follower on Twitter and X. So I like watching him, and then, you know, I'm locked into all these college kids that are now on the tour, like Joe Highsmith doing the college golf, Pepperdine, all that stuff, and Chris Gotterup from New Jersey, who missed the cut this week, and you know, the Cootie brothers.
You covered Scotty, right, Pop? You covered Scotty, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Called Scotty in the NCAAs at Eugene Country Club. In fact, Texas lost in the finals to Oregon. Aaron Wise, who was also a top player, won the individual championship. And when they had the matches for the next day, he went to Coach Fields and he said, "Give me Wise." In the match play, he dusted Wise. Phil Mickelson, you know, used to love watching him. I like Rahm. Hey, listen, I love Bryson DeChambeau. I love him.
So do I.
I called his NCAA win on Golf Channel when he won out of SMU. And he's a good dude. He's got a great presence on social media and all the hitting it over his house and shit like that. It's great. So we were going to have Cookie on from the Hogue Classic, famed Newport Beach Country Club, where Padraig Harrington is his defending champion for the PGA Tour Champions. And it looks like we're not going to be able to make this connection, which kind of stinks. But I sent you the info sheet.
Yeah.
How about
looking at it right now? I'm looking at it right now.
We got 7 World Golf Hall of Famers in the field. We're live on Golf Channel this week. And I'll tell you what, PGA Tour Champions, you'd be shocked at how many you'd be shocked at how hard it is to get into a Champions Tour event. You know, when the tour has opposite field events like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, there'll be guys from the Champions Tour that have PGA Tour eligibility that can't get into the Champions Tour event that week.
Really?
Correct.
Wow.
You'll see Carlos Franco and guys like that. They can't get in the field in the PGA Tour Champions, but they can get into a PGA Tour event based on their career status.
Right.
This event this week, this golf course in Newport Beach, California, is spectacular. One of the shortest ones they'll play.
I was going to say 60. I see 67.25 on the yards.
Dude, but it's like one of these shot making.
Too.
Like last year, Harrington birdied 15, doubled 16, then birdied 17 and 18 to win by 1. Like if you're not precise and accurate, you're screwed. Like you got to kill the par 5s. The 2 par 5s on the back, 15 and 18 are reachable. But how about I sent you the list. Just read off the list of our past 7 champions.
Yeah, you got Harrington, Ernie Els, Goosen. You got Ernie Els again. Hey, Vijay Singh in 2018.
Yeah.
Freddie Couples in 14. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it.
He's playing in this. Triplet's playing. Yeah. Singh. Haas is playing. 2016 champ is Haas. He was 16 under too, Pop. Freddie Couples in 2010 was 18 under. Jay Haas in 07 was 19 under.
Couples had to birdie 18 in 2018 to win. He had to birdie the par 5 18th, which he did. So, how many World Golf Hall of Famers we got this week?
7, brother.
Read them off.
Freddie Couples, Ernie Els, Retief Goosen, Harrington, Bernard Langer, Colin Montgomery, and Vijay Singh.
It's pretty good viewing. Stricker had to withdraw again because of this back and neck injury that he hasn't played since Hawaii, which stinks.
That's a pretty good group there, buddy.
All right. Well, we're going to get Cookie on here to talk about it a little bit. We'll have to get him on another time because Lindsay's saying that we're having an issue.
Okay.
Anything else that you want to expound upon, whether it's golf or whether it's NFL stuff? Because hey, let's face it, it's a slow news time now in the NFL.
Yeah, look, the heavy work, the heavy lifting in free agency is over. You'll get some guys trickling here and there, the signings, but it's going to be a little slow now to the draft. But Bob, I got to ask you something.
Ask me.
Going back to free agency for a second, were you surprised that Cooper Rush was not re-signed by the Cowboys, and he goes on to Baltimore with a 2-year, $8 million deal? Are you surprised at what the Cowboys are doing? Period.
Well, I think it's I think he can earn as much as $6 million a year. So I think it's 2 years, 12. I'm shocked. He's the perfect guy you want as a backup. He's a guy you know that if he's going to come in, he can win you some games. Why Cooper Rush isn't stayed with the Cowboys, I guess it's money, as they're trying to finagle their salary cap to make room for Parsons. But damn, you got to figure that out.
Cowboys are doing some strange stuff, bro.
All right, we're going to have to take a rain check on Cookie, which really stinks because he's got a really cool new swing product that's out there too called My Power Plane. We had a video already for him. So we'll have to, you know what? We'll get a rain check. What's he going to do? Tell me no? I'll make him an offer. He can't refuse.
No, he's not telling you no. We'll definitely get him on before the Masters. We definitely want to talk to him, right?
Having a big round of applause for the staff here at Vincenzo's. Vincenzo and Elaine.
Big round of applause for my partner here, Bob Papa, for whipping up that spicy shrimp, man.
Yeah, that's my first live cook for you. Because, normally I just take the pictures here and then I move away. Here, Judy, here's how you make this.
Let me tell you something. You look like it was smooth. You look like you actually work in Vincenzo's back there, man. You were whipping that shit up. You were doing this and this and that. You know, I mean, it was smooth, bro. I mean, the first time
kid.
You were live on camera, right? Making something.
Hey, kid. Well, I used to have a cooking show for charity, Cooking Because during the pandemic, but I almost felt like Clemenza. Hey, kid, come over here. You never know when you're going to have to cook for 20 guys.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
All right, so big listen, we're going to do this again from Vincenzo's. We're going to grow this bad boy. Right. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Spread the word when we're going to do it again. And we appreciate all of you out there, and especially Lindsay, our producer, because Lindsay is like no stone unturned. She gets stuff done. Hear that, Eric Weinberger? Lindsay's the best.
Yes,
she's the best.
Is. I don't think Lindsay sleeps, Pop. Does Lindsay sleep?
You could text Lindsay at any time, and she's like, I can get that done for you. Sure, no problem. Here's how you do it. Vincenzo, nicely done.
Tell him thank you for me, Bob.
Please
tell him thank you.
All right. He's leaning. He can't hear you, but Biz is saying thank you. Pop your head in. There you go.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Thank
you. Chef of the future. Zip, zip. Get a core up.
Bob,
that's Pop, for you, Sal.
That was an excellent job by you, brother, whipping that up. Let me tell you something. The way you broke it down, great job, man. Great job.
All right. Make sure you spread the word, subscribe, tell everybody this is fun. The ManjaCast is about football. It's about food. It's about friends. It's about fun. And it's about a little vino. Chin, chin, my friend.
Chin, my friend.
We'll see you next time for another edition of the ManjaCast.